Hi fantasy managers, welcome to FPL Team Talk. In this FPL video, we're going to go through my team selection for Game Week 28. We're going to look at the transfers I've made and my captaincy choices. So if you enjoy these sort of videos, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. In the meantime, let's get into it. So this is how I ended up Game Week 27. I apologise if you've seen this graphic already, but I feel like I'm going to blow my own trumpet a little bit because no one's going to do it for you. I ended up on 102 points, which was great for Game Week 27. I wildcarded in 26, got a small green arrow, but feeling that wildcard effect now in 27, got those double gamers out the way, got them out there. McAllister, captain, looked like a great decision after the first game. Ended up, possibly Tony would have got me more Matoma, even Kane, but I was never going to captain a single game week player. So this is how I ended up with my side on 27. So another green arrow just outside the top million, nowhere near where I want to be. Got bench boost in 29 still to do. I'm still holding on my free hit and that triple captain. So I've really got to make this really take effect going into the last few weeks of the season. The side going into 28, always planned it this way. I'd have two transfers. That was one of the main reasons for wildcard in 26. I wouldn't have to do anything in 27. I'd get to this point now with all those double gamers still in play in 27. And I've got two free transfers to make effects in 28. Now, I don't think I need to use both of my free transfers, which is great. Because when we get to 29, I can then stack my bench with a few double gamers and make effect of that bench boost more prominently. So, the key issues I've got is I've only got 10 players out, and good news, Shah's back. I don't see anyone on here that's in this side that shouldn't play that I'm expecting to. Zinchenko, Saka, Odegaard will play, I expect. Raya, me, and Tony, I suspect they'll all play as well. Again, Tony's one yellow card away now from a suspension, so he's got about 5 game weeks to get through. Otherwise, he's going to pick up a 2-match ban. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I've got this sort of a free transfer in the bag that I can change at any time. So I'm not overly worried about it. Until he picks up that yellow, you know, I'm not going to do anything. If anything, what I don't really ideally want him doing is picking it halfway up through 29, misses one game, then 30. But we'll see. I can't take it until I get that yellow card. I'm just going to go with him. He sounds by all means... by all accounts, he seems to be treading sort of water a little bit more carefully and was a little bit unlucky, I think, to get booked alongside Bednarek last night. But this is a side, so I want to get 10 players out, 11 players out, absolutely. As I spoke in the video yesterday about Saka at the moment is my captaincy choice. Strangely enough, he's blanked the last 2 games. He's got 6 goals in total. In the last game, taken off early, but they were cruising to victory. So I can understand him resting him then. If anything, that's better news for us because he's fresher for this game. Was it alarming or is it just one of those things? For the first time all season, so the first time since Wolves, is the only other time this season where he does not had a shot on goal. So he didn't have a single shot against Fulham. He had plenty of shots against Bournemouth and only one key pass in that Fulham game. So is that a worry? I don't know. But there's been never a home game where he's not had a shot on goal. So I'm just going to take that as a little bit of an anomaly. I don't see any of the reasons why his role is changed, even though Trossard and Martinelli are dovetailing in that position up front. Doesn't really affect him on the right, and I still think he's on penalties, so I see no reason to really change him. The other choices for captaincy, I did consider Watkins at home to Bournemouth. Bournemouth beating Liverpool, keeping a clean sheet worries me a little bit, and Villa, though Watkins is scoring, and no doubt he will be part of any goals they score, they're not scoring a great deal of goals. Bournemouth fighting for their lives. I'm not sure there's a hatful of goals there for Villa. I might be wrong, and I absolutely agree. If you want to go to Watkins and you think he's going to smash it, go for that. I think the other obvious choice is Kane. Now, unfortunately, I suppose, for me, I just cannot bring myself, as a Southampton fan, to want Kane to score against Southampton. So I just can't do it. I think if I was trying to be as objective away at Southampton, yes, they're conceding less goals than they were, but they got this conceded 2 against Brentford. Their home record is absolutely abysmal. In terms of expected goals conceded in the last, I think it was 4 games, they've actually played a game more. They weren't that bad. They were sort of top 10. But Kane away just looks too good to be true. So I think for the normal person, Kane looks the obvious choice. For me, at home to Palace, who are struggling, but again, don't concede a lot, I've got to go Saka. And as a midfielder on pens, I think possibly he shades it. But I think Kane pretty tight. I think if you want to go Kane, I absolutely get that. In terms of team selection, it's pretty easy. I'm just playing my 11 players outfield. Mitoma will be the one that would come out of this side, I think, for now. My longer term plans basically involve taking a Brighton player out this week, bringing it back in next week. I do have the luxury of doing that, and then bringing in another double gamer, which could be someone like a James or a Ben Chilwell later on, but we'll cover that in the next week's video. Or it could be that to save me money to get to Haaland later, I've got to take bring in Maddison, Mitoma comes out, and then bring March in because he's a bit cheaper. I actually, even on the underlying stats, sort of back March in the last 5 games. I actually think I prefer Mitoma, but that 0.4 will make a big difference to getting Haaland from Tony later on in the season. Also, I could downgrade me to Henry, but that looks like it's too much of a sort of sideways moves. I don't like it. So next week, possibly, Odegaard comes out, then March or Mitoma comes back in. And now losing that fixture, I'm swapping that Leeds home fixture for Arsenal to a double game week fixture on my bench. And I'll show you how that looks. Again, Saka, I think at the moment, gets my armband. 29 bench boost. McAllister, I just love McAllister at the moment. Bit of real bromance there. I just think he's been brilliant this season. I just love his football. Playing further forwards, being a master, and Brian just playing so well. So McAllister would definitely get the armband, I think, in 29 as we see it at the moment. And then March possibly comes back in the side. And then I do have an extra transfer to make. I could go me to Henry and just keep that double game. I don't really want to take Kane out. And I don't want to take Saka or Zinchenko out because Arsenal still have some decent fixtures, one against Southampton. So I would just live with those 3 having singles. The rest would be doubles. And that looks pretty good to me. Let me know in the comments below what you think of my transfers and my captaincy choice for Game Week 28. What are your plans? Who are you putting the armband on? In the meantime, guys, we'll come back at you next week with a wild card, team selection, watch list, all the normal stuff. So good luck with your Game Week 28, and I shall see you on the other side.